Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're watching today. Sasha here. Today is Wednesday, so you know what that means. Another episode of Wellness Wednesday. So, folks, we are down to the wire in the Samsung Health App Tour, and I will say that I've been slacking. I know, shame on me. But not to worry, I will definitely get back on track as the next week is water. But kind of got ahead of myself. This week is heart rate, stress, and oxygen saturation. You know, this app, I didn't even realize you could take these measurements via the phone. But we're actually going to do one right now. I've actually just came back in from running to the store and back really quick. So let's see what my heart rate and my O2 saturation and see how stressed I am. So we're actually going to do a live recording. Ooh, isn't this wonderful? So I'm going to hit the stress. And then that's my last recorded stress. I don't believe that. Or maybe it is. But we're going to go ahead and hit this measure button. And what's going to happen, I'm actually going to talk through this, then remain quiet for a little bit and let the phone get my readings. And then I'll explain what's going on afterwards. So, as you can see here, I place my finger on the sensor behind the phone. I have to remain still and quiet. And then you can actually see my heart rate. So now I'm going to go ahead and do this. So I got to be quiet. All right. So not really stressed. Um, I believe the average that's displayed is my personal average. So I didn't really do much. I mean, so I wouldn't be stressed. And my heart rate is 66 beats per minute. My O2 saturation is 99%. So I mean, hey, that's good. O2 saturation, as long as you're above, I believe it's 95. Anything below 95 is of concern. And you want to just make sure you breathe in deeply and go outside, get some fresh air. But if it still persists that you're not getting enough oxygen, then you go to your emergency department of your local hospital. Heart rate, your resting heart rate or normal heart rate, whatever, should be between 60 and 100 beats per minute. Of course, people vary. I just said I came from running back to the store, so I was surprised that my heart rate wasn't like a little bit elevated. Like, I was thinking I was going to be maybe mid to high 70s, 80s. I don't really have my resting heart rate. Like, you would think that I would know it off the top of my head, but I mean, I don't. Like, usually it's in the 60s. So, yeah, this makes sense. Okay, let's check out this little info blurb. So again, you can read through this, pause the video and read through it. Oh, that's all there is to it. Okay. So you can also put notes on how you feel when you were taking that stress test. You could actually associate a mood. So it's cute how they have like these Wong Baker faces to accompany your stress. So there's happy, sad, fearful, tired, sick, angry, excited, surprised, and in love. So, I mean, I've been neutral. Like, I don't feel any sort of way. So we're going to save that. I know it's been a while since I've done this, but let's check out the trends. So, as you can see, mainly when I would take my stress measurement, I'll do an all. Because that's just neutral, which majority of my readings were neutral. But, you know, ever since I started January 4th, I would get up, you know, from bed and take my stress reading just to get an overall average of my breathing, or excuse me, my stress and my heart rate and my O2 upon waking up. Excuse me. So, and then there were some instances like this day, I could tell you, I was actually angry. I even noted that. And my blood pressure, or not my blood pressure, excuse me. Well, probably my blood pressure. But I was definitely angry at that time because I got locked out of the house. And this was attending a funeral. So I wasn't exactly the happiest of campers, and my heart rate went up as a consequence. So you get a general trend. Some days I was waking up kind of stressed. Other days I, you know, kept this cool and calm demeanor. I'm trying to think if there's... Okay, this one. Okay, so this day I had like a little fear, and you know, I just took my stress just to see if it'll catch it, and it did. So I even wrote a little note saying right before results, and you know, everything was okay. So, but just to capture my stress at that moment, and you know, the app is very impressive that it tells me, okay, your heart was racing, your oxygen was not as, you know, satisfactory as your other readings, but you know, I probably wasn't breathing correctly, you know. And then I just went right back to normal. And see, all these other days, I did not take my stress measurement. But I'm pretty sure it would be like today, in which it was, you know, low. Like, I try not to be stressed because, folks, stress is the number one killer. People think it's, you know, heart attacks or heart disease, lung disease, this, that, and the other. Yes, but what leads or exacerbates those conditions, comorbidities, is the stress. Your body changes when you are, you know, in a stressful situation, and you don't want to, you know, give energy and resources for these comorbidities to continue to flourish. So if you ever find yourself in a stressful situation, you just take a few moments No matter what you're doing, take a few moments, breathe, just calm yourself, regulate yourself, get through what you got to get through, and, just keep it moving. Now, I know that's kind of like a blanket statement, I will admit, but ladies and gentlemen, it's so easy for me to just say, don't be stressed. But I don't know what you're going through, and, we all have our walks of life, maybe different paths. Some may be more bumpier than the others. Some may be a smooth and laden path. But you don't want to be in a constant state of stress. That is the killer. I've known plenty of healthy people that, they seem healthy on the outside, but if they don't, take time to de-stress, do things that takes a load off their shoulders, if they don't, take time for themselves, they're going to keel over, they keel over and they get sick, or they even die, unfortunately, because they were in a constant state of turmoil and their body, accelerated in breaking down. But, I'll get off my soapbox, folks, but I just wanted to say, take time for yourself, take time to de-stress. Don't put yourself in situations that's gonna invoke stress. All right. So, that's enough. I rambled on. I kind of got a little touchy there. I didn't mean to, y'all. So, my apologies. So back to the app. As you can see, basically I try not to be so stressed out. And for the most part, my measurements do fall in line with somewhat of a healthy person. But y'all know from last week, excuse me, my voice cracks too much. Y'all know from last week that I'm not healthy. I'm not picture perfect healthy because of my weight. But my heart rate, O2, I'm getting enough oxygen, and my stress is not high. So, I try, and I'm working on the weight. So, I'm not gonna, further exacerbate any obesity-related conditions by being stressed out. I just take it one day at a time. Now, the little blurb on the bottom, y'all, that says feeling stressed. So you can actually, get through Samsung Health, connected with a therapist in your local area. Just gonna check. Okay, this is just brings you to the experts panel, which is nice. Lord. Okay, gotta do all that over. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so back to here. So, that's what I said about Samsung Health app. It's nice that it gets you connected to another healthcare individual that can, steer you in the right direction. So, I know you must be wondering what the bottom right hand symbol is. Well, let's have a look, shall we? So this is Samsung Health's little wussah, this little breathing exercise to help lower your stress or stress level. Now, if I was up there in stress, I would do this, then retake my stress and heart rate and O2 reading once more and see if like this helps. But I mean, we could just go through it together, y'all. So, hey, feel free to join me if you want. Let's do a little breathing exercise that will only take 1 minute. Ready? Let's go. All right, so hopefully if you joined me, that was helpful. But if not, it was fun for a laugh or two, right? So, yeah, folks, that's pretty much it. That is heart rate, stress, O2 saturation. I want to thank you all for joining me on this episode of Wellness Wednesday. Y'all know the drill. Any questions, comments, suggestions, or small talk, don't be a stranger. Leave it in my comment section below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts and opinions are, regarding stress, heart rate, O2 saturation, whatever's on your mind. Next week we'll be covering water. And folks, check this out. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Not only has weight management popped up, but also caffeine. Caffeine. So it's another avenue we can tackle. Just like water, I will assume that I'll have to log in my caffeine intake. So starting today, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta start logging in water. I have not done so the trends graph is gonna look a hot mess. So I hope y'all can forgive me on that. But yeah, I've been slacking on Samsung Health app, but I'll get it together, folks, because weight management is a culmination. Or how about this? How about we put caffeine up here, weight management down there? So water, caffeine, I gotta redo sleep, the sleep amendment. And yeah, that will be a Samsung Health app tour, y'all. I mean, the sections keep getting added, and I'm like, what is going on? Samsung Health, why isn't all this stuff available from the get-go? But alas, ladies and gentlemen, I feel as though the schedule from next week until this app tour ends will be water next week, caffeine the following week, weight management, sleep addendum. So 4 more weeks. Okay. Alrighty, folks. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Have yourselves a great day today and every day. And I will see you for tomorrow's video for Thirsty Thursday. Alrighty, take it easy. Take care. Bye now.